In a dark apartment building where I live, there is only one old, cramped elevator. Late one night, on my way back from the convenience store, I got on the elevator and saw a small old woman standing in the corner. I wondered what floor she lived on. As I stepped in, she slowly turned to me and said in a raspy voice, "You're on the 4th floor, aren't you?" I didn't nod, just gave a slight bow. The creepy thing was, I hadn't pressed the button for my floor yet. The next day, and the day after that, whenever I came home at the same time, that old woman was always on the elevator. And she would always murmur, "You're on the 4th floor, aren't you?" I started to feel scared and decided to use the stairs from then on. However, about 3 days later, I came home exhausted and unconsciously pressed the elevator button. The doors opened, and there she was again. "I've been waiting for you." The old woman said this with a broad smile I had never seen before. I couldn't move. The doors closed. None of the floor indicator lights were on, and yet the elevator began to ascend quietly. With a heavy groaning sound, the box continued to ascend. It had long passed my floor, the 4th, and the floor indicator lights lit up at an abnormal speed for the 5th and 6th floors, which shouldn't even exist in this building. I was too terrified to scream, frantically hitting the door open button, but the plastic just creaked and the doors wouldn't budge. The old woman next to me just stood there, smiling sweetly. "Where are we going? Who are you?" When I shouted, the old woman slowly pointed to the elevator wall. There, I saw countless scratch marks that I hadn't noticed before. Looking closer, they were all the same number. Countless 4s, densely covering the entire wall. At that moment, the elevator shook violently and came to a sudden halt. A light ding sounded, and the floor indicator light returned to 4. But I knew, in this windowless box, just how high up we were. The doors opened. Outside was a lightless void, and in that darkness, countless human figures were writhing. They all had the exact same face as the old woman next to me, and all of them, in raspy voices, said this: "Welcome back. This is your real 4th floor." You're watching this screen alone right now, aren't you?